Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Enjoy English Talks, where every conversation helps you learn. I'm Judy.
Hello, Judy. Hello, everyone. I'm Jake. How are you today, Judy?
I am wonderful, thank you. I finished a really good book last night. And you, Jake?
I am good, thank you. But I tried to read a book in English last week. It was so hard.
Oh no, what happened?
Every page had so many new words. I opened my dictionary for every word. After one page, I was so tired.
That is very common. Many learners feel the same way.
I want to read in English, but I don't know where to start. I feel stuck.
Stuck means you can't move forward. S-T-U-C-K, stuck. Many learners feel stuck when they try to read.
Yes, that is exactly how I feel. Stuck.
Well, that is our topic today. Today, we are going to talk about reading in English, how to start and how to make it easy.
Oh, that is perfect. I need this.
Reading is one of the best ways to learn a language. It helps you learn new words, it helps you see grammar in real sentences, and it is relaxing.
Relaxing? It wasn't relaxing for me last week.
I know, but when you read the right book at the right level, it feels easy. It feels like a conversation with a friend. You just sit, relax, and enjoy the words.
That sounds nice. I want reading to feel like that.
That is because you picked the wrong book. But don't worry, today I have 5 tips for you.
5 tips? Let's go.
But first, we have a small request.
Yes, if you like our podcast, please click the like button.
Please subscribe to Enjoy English Talks.
And share this episode with your friends and family.
Thank you. It helps us so much.
We love our listeners.
Okay, now let's start. First, let me ask you, Jake, what book did you try to read?
It was a mystery novel, a thick book, about 300 pages.
A mystery novel? Jake, that is a very hard book for a beginner.
I know that now. The sentences were long. The words were difficult. I didn't understand the story.
That is the problem. You started too high. It's like running a marathon on your first day.
A marathon? I can't even run 1 kilometer.
Exactly. So tip number 1 is start very easy.
Start very easy. What does that mean?
It means you should read books for learners. They are called graded readers. Graded readers are special books for English learners.
Graded readers. I never heard of those.
G-R-A-D-E-D, graded. It means they have levels. Level 1 is for beginners, level 2 is a little harder, level 3 is harder again.
So I should start at level 1?
Yes, level 1 uses simple words, short sentences, and a clear story. You can understand most of it without a dictionary.
That sounds nice. Where can I find graded readers?
Online bookstores, libraries, or even free websites. You can also try children's books. They have easy words and pictures.
Children's books? But I am not a child.
I know, but children's books use simple grammar. The stories are fun, and the pictures help you understand. Many language learners start with children's books. It isn't silly, it is smart.
Okay, I will try it. Start very easy. I like that.
And you know what is nice about easy books? You finish them fast. When you finish a book, you feel happy. You feel proud. You think, I just finished a book in English.
That does sound nice. I have never finished a whole book in English before.
You will. Just start at the right level.
Okay, I am ready for the next one.
Good. The next tip is choose what you love.
Choose what I love. What do you mean?
It means you should read about topics you enjoy. If you like cooking, read a simple recipe book. If you like sports, read easy sports news. If you like animals, read a book about animals.
Oh, I see. So the topic makes it interesting.
Exactly. When you enjoy the topic, you want to keep reading. You don't get bored. Bored means you lose interest. B-O-R-E-D, bored.
I do like cooking. Well, I like eating. Maybe I should read easy recipes.
That is perfect. And here's a secret. When you read about something you already know, you can guess many words.
Guess? You mean I don't need to look up every word?
That's right. You can guess from the context. Context means the words around a new word. They give you clues. Clues means small hints that help you understand.
Let me try. I am reading a recipe. It says, put the chicken in the oven. I don't know oven, but I know chicken and cook. So oven is the hot box in the kitchen?
Perfect example. You used the context to guess.
That is much easier than using a dictionary every time.
Yes, using a dictionary for every word is very slow. It stops the flow of reading. Try to guess first. If you can't guess, then use a dictionary, but only for important words.
Important words? Which words are important?
The words you see again and again. If a word appears 3 times in a story, it is probably important. Look that one up.
Okay, guess first, dictionary later, only for important words. Got it.
Perfect. And that brings us to tip 3, the 5-word rule.
The 5-word rule? What is that?
Open a book to any page. Read that page. Count the words you don't know. More than 5 new words, the book is too hard.
Too hard? What should I do then?
Find an easier book. 1, 2, or 3 new words on a page is perfect. That is the right level.
So 5 is the limit.
Yes, 5 or fewer is okay. More than 5 and you will feel tired. You will want to stop. Reading should feel comfortable, not like a test.
I think my mystery novel had about 20 new words on every page.
20. That is way too many. No wonder you felt tired.
The 5-word rule. I will remember that. So I open any page, count the new words, and decide.
Exactly. It is so simple. It only takes 1 minute, but it saves you a lot of frustration. Frustration means you feel upset because something is too hard.
I had a lot of frustration with that mystery novel.
I can imagine. But now you have a tool, the 5-word rule. Use it before you buy or borrow any book.
Frustration. Frustration. That is a long word.
It is, but now you know it, and you'll remember it because we talked about it together.
That's right. What is the next tip?
Now, our 4th tip, read out loud.
Read out loud? You mean say the words?
Yes, when you read, don't just read with your eyes. Read with your voice. Say the words out loud. Out loud means others can hear you.
Why is that helpful?
3 reasons. First, it helps your pronunciation. You practice saying the words. Second, your brain hears the words and sees them at the same time. That makes the words stronger in your memory. Third, it slows you down, and slow is good for learning.
Slow is good. I always thought fast is better.
Not for learning. When you read slowly, you notice more. You see the grammar, you feel the rhythm of the sentences, and you enjoy the story more.
That makes sense. When I read too fast, I miss things.
Exactly. Reading out loud helps you slow down in a natural way. You can't rush when you are speaking the words.
But I feel shy reading out loud. What if someone hears me?
Read alone in your room, or read to your dog.
Read to Max? He doesn't speak English.
He doesn't need to. He's a very good listener.
Okay, I will read to Max tonight. He will love it. Once upon a time, there was a dog named Max.
Perfect. See, you're already reading out loud.
That was easy and kind of fun.
It is fun. And here's one more thing. When you read out loud, record yourself sometimes. Record means you use your phone to save your voice.
Record myself.
Yes, then listen to it later. You can hear your pronunciation. You will notice what sounds good and what you can improve. Improve means make better.
That is actually a great idea. I can compare my voice from week 1 and week 10.
Yes, you will hear the difference. Your pronunciation will get better and better every week.
I love that. What is the last tip?
And the last tip, read every day, even 1 page.
Even 1 page? That isn't much.
1 page is enough. The important thing is the habit. Habit means something you do every day without thinking about it.
Habit. Habit. Like brushing your teeth.
Exactly. You brush your teeth every day. You don't think, should I brush my teeth today? You just do it. Reading can be the same.
But 1 page? Will I really improve from 1 page?
Yes, 1 page every day is 7 pages a week. 7 pages a week is about 30 pages a month. 30 pages a month is a whole book in a few months.
Oh, when you say it like that, it sounds like a lot.
It is a lot. Small steps every day add up. They become big progress. Progress means moving forward.
I like that. Small steps, big progress. That is a great way to think about it.
And the best time to read is the same time every day. Before bed is a good time. After lunch is also good. Pick a time that works for you.
I think before bed is good for me. I can read 1 page and then sleep.
Perfect. And here is the best part. After a few weeks, 1 page won't feel enough. You will want to read 2 pages, then 3, then 5. Then you can't stop.
I can't stop reading? That sounds like a nice problem to have.
It is. I read every night before bed. Sometimes I read for 10 minutes. Sometimes I read for 1 hour. It depends on the book.
What kind of books do you read?
I love novels, stories about people and their lives. I also like short stories. They're perfect for busy days. You can finish 1 story in 15 minutes.
Short stories. That sounds good for a beginner like me. I can read one before bed.
Yes, they're great. You finish the story and you feel proud. You think, I read a whole story in English. That feeling is wonderful.
I want that feeling. I'm going to try a short story this week.
I can recommend some easy ones for you.
Really? That would be great. Thank you, Judy. Judy, can I ask you something? When did you start reading in English for fun?
When I was young, my teacher gave me a very easy book. It was about a cat who went on an adventure. I loved that book. I read it 3 times.
3 times?
Yes. The first time I understood maybe half. The second time I understood more. The third time I understood almost everything. Every time it felt easier.
So reading the same book again is also helpful.
Very helpful. You see words you missed before, you understand jokes you didn't get the first time. It's like watching your favorite movie again. You always notice something new.
I never thought about that. Read the same book more than once. Great idea.
And one more thing about reading every day. Keep a small notebook next to your book. When you see a new word you like, write it down. Just the word and a short meaning.
A reading notebook.
Yes, after 1 month, you will have a list of new words. You can review them anytime. It's like your own personal dictionary.
I like that. My own dictionary made by me.
Exactly. And you'll remember these words better because you found them in a real story, not in a boring word list.
That is true. Words from stories feel more real.
They do. Okay, let's do a quick recap. A recap is when we review what we learned.
Yes, let's review.
We talked about 5 tips for reading in English. First, start very easy. Use graded readers or children's books.
Then choose what you love. Read about topics that are fun for you.
Next, the 5-word rule. Too many new words? Pick an easier book.
After that, read out loud. Say the words with your voice.
And finally, read every day, even 1 page. Build a habit.
5 great tips. I feel ready to start reading today. Maybe tonight before bed, with Max sitting next to me on the sofa.
You are ready. And remember, reading isn't a race, it's a journey. Journey means a long trip. Journey. Journey. Take your time and enjoy the journey.
I learned a lot today.
And I think our listeners learned a lot too. Well, that's all the time we have for today.
Thank you so much for listening to Enjoy English Talks.
Yes, thank you everyone. It was fun.
Please subscribe to Enjoy English Talks.
Give this episode a like.
And share it with a friend.
Now, we have a question for you today.
Yes, please leave a comment below.
Tell us, which tip will you try first? Tip 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? And what do you want to read in English?
We would love to read your answers.
See you next time.
Bye, everyone. Keep practicing your English.